Good evening, Kenton community. My name is Sabatino Samato. I'm your superintendent, and this is your weekly connection update. First part of our update, we're going to focus on all of our budget developments for our 22-23 school year. We're then going to hit our, of course, school highlights, and we're going to end with our recognitions this week. So let's get going. First, budget planning. As everyone knows, on Tuesday, May 17th, the district will have open for vote our budget for the 22-23 school year, and it's important for our public to understand, just to reiterate in this connection, we did not go up to the tax cap this year, and that was in recognition that absolutely our community has faced challenges just like many other communities, and that's one way that we're trying to help out this year because we're utilizing some extra funding that came into the district that we don't always see that. This year we did see that, and we're able to capitalize on some priorities that we have and also not going up to that tax cap. But let's talk about those priorities. First, as we continue to see a nationwide shortage of mental health professionals, the district is being proactive in increasing its mental health staff. 3 counselors, 3 social workers, a psychologist, 2 speech pathologists, 3 special education teachers to best address the needs of our students and families. Next, we are expanding our extremely successful Big Picture program, which is designed for students who thrive in a non-traditional classroom setting, to include also our 7th graders now. Additionally, we are creating new partnerships with community organizations to enhance our mental health and social emotional support services, such as Best Self Behavior Health, Compiere, Peaceful Schools, and the University at Buffalo Institute on Trauma and Trauma-Informed Care. We are also engaging in proactive crisis planning. We are also continuing to invest in our technology infrastructure to best leverage the thousands of additional devices we secured during the pandemic. Also, through our ongoing curriculum review cycle, we are continuing to identify improvements in curriculum and instruction, including the implementation of a comprehensive award-winning STEM science curriculum. With all of these priorities, it's very important to understand our number one priority continues to be to upgrade our safety and security in all of our buildings throughout the district. Projects to enhance security include state-of-the-art camera systems and secured entrances through a $4.95 million Smart Schools allocation. This, combined with our capital project and enhancing our single points of entry, will undoubtedly upgrade our securities. That's upgrading across the system. So this will take some time, but this is our number one priority, mixed with our other curriculum and instructional priorities, and especially our mental health priorities with our students. It will absolutely promise to be a great 22-23 school year, and we're looking forward to everything that we're going to accomplish as one team in Kenton. Next, we'll see school highlights, and we have a couple highlights there from Holmes Elementary. We have some high school highlights. We have a couple highlights from Kenmore East, Kenmore West, and also Franklin Elementary. So I really encourage all of our listeners this evening to make sure you go to the written connection and look at those highlights. Excellent news to share. And finally this week, our recognition. We have 2 of them this week. A very important one, our first one, the Malawi School Project. This week, we recognize the efforts of 3 local families who have set out to build a school in an impoverished village in southeastern Africa. The 2-room school building will be constructed in a rural village in the Republic of Malawi, several hours from the capital city of Lilongwe. The families are currently in the process of raising money to fund the project and will travel to Africa this summer to assist with the construction. Jessica Mang Morris, a 4th grade teacher at Franklin Elementary School, is involved with this initiative along with her husband Scott and their 4 children, all of whom are Kenton students. Henry, grade 11, Sydney, grade 11, Amelia, grade 9, all from Kenmore East, and then Lewis, grade 7 from Franklin Middle. Joining them in this endeavor is Miss Mang Morris's brother Jason Mang, along with his wife Marianne and their daughter Audrey, grade 10, who also attends Kenmore West. These families initiated this project through Build On, an international nonprofit organization that specializes in constructing schools in developing countries. The group provides all the necessary logistical supports to make this happen. So far, Build On has facilitated the construction of more than 2,000 schools in 8 different countries with nearly 300,000 students in attendance. Malawi is a nation of nearly 20 million people, and the average age is 18 due to the very high number of children, most of whom do not have access to schooling. The organization focuses on constructing small local schools because larger schools would be further away from where their children live, making it harder for them to attend. Mrs. Mang Morris explained that this is especially important for young girls since they have an even harder time getting away from the household in order to attend school. For Mrs. Mang Morris, the inspiration for this project was not just to give back to those in need, but also to educate her own children about the realities faced by much of the world's population and inspire them to strive to make the world a better place. She also wants them to know how fortunate they are to have access to education by seeing firsthand how the new school will transform the lives of children in the village. Her words, "We want them to understand the importance of education," Miss Mang Morris said. "We applaud everyone involved with this initiative and wish them the best for months to come." Families, this is a very important message for all of our students to understand this week. I'll be the first to admit that there are many things that happen in our daily life that we just go through the motions because it's so routine that we take it for granted. Sometimes that can even be education. And it's so important to learn from this story, Miss Mang Morris and her family, how important education is, and it's a reminder of how fortunate we are here in Kenton. Thank you so much for all of your dedication, and really take this as one of those learning opportunities for all of our kiddos throughout the district. Our final recognition and where we'll end this week is with our 147 Cafe. On Thursday, administrators and staff were treated to a very special lunchtime dining experience at Hoover Middle School in room 147, also known as the 147 Cafe. Special education teacher Kristen Coley's class created an authentic restaurant experience to give the class a chance to develop real-life workplace skills. The students spent weeks practicing and preparing for this special day. They decorated the room like a genuine Italian cafe, complete with flowers, table settings, decorations, and even music. They purchased supplies and prepared the menu, which included bread, salad, ziti, meatballs, and my favorite of that day was the cannoli for dessert. They did an outstanding job seating their customers when they arrived, taking orders, processing transactions, preparing and serving the food, the beverages, checking back frequently with the customers to make sure their guests had everything that they needed. The 147 Cafe has been a tradition at Hoover Middle School for 3 decades. This concept allows students to develop a multitude of skills while also raising money to support educational opportunities throughout the school year. Congratulations to this dedicated group of staff and highly gifted students for the experience they created for everyone who was fortunate enough to attend that day. And folks, that's where we'll end, because that is, in essence, those 2 stories are what Kenton is all about. Continue to do for others, continue to provide the experience, and continue to make our life every day a learning experience for our youth. And I'm very proud to be part of this Kenton family. With that, we are Kenton Strong. With that, it makes us so proud, and we'll keep on moving Kenton forward. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful weekend.